In a land divided by pride, caste, and injustice, there was born a warrior unlike any other, GulamVeeri. Unlike other warriors who fought for kingdoms or crowns, GulamVeeri swore his life to a higher cause, to free the enslaved minds of his people and awaken them to equality and dignity. He had studied the words of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, who taught that the greatest war was not fought with swords, but with knowledge, courage, and compassion. Phule's voice echoed in his heart, "Uplift the downtrodden, for true strength is in justice." And GulamVeeri often reminded his followers, "We are not born to bow down. We are born to rise as equals." The rise of GulamVeeri's army. When tyrants and landlords crushed the poor, when society treated the lower-born as slaves, GulamVeeri raised a call, not for bloodshed, but for liberation. Only 300 warriors answered him at first, much like the Spartans at Thermopylae. But these were not ordinary fighters. They were farmers, workers, and thinkers. They carried in their hands not only swords and spears, but also books, plows, and ideas. To his young soldiers, GulamVeeri declared, "A sword can kill one enemy, but knowledge can destroy 1,000 chains. Our shields are not just iron, they are built of faith, justice, and unity. Chains are broken not by strength of arms, but by strength of unity." Thus they became the Veer Sang, an army of courage, discipline, and justice. The Battle of Equality. One fateful day, a powerful empire sent thousands of soldiers to crush GulamVeeri's movement. The rulers feared that his teachings, inspired by Phule, would awaken the oppressed masses and break the chains of centuries-old discrimination. Outnumbered but not outwilled, GulamVeeri and his 300 stood tall, guarding the gates of their land. The enemy laughed at their small number, but GulamVeeri's words thundered across the battlefield. "Remember, Veers, our enemy is not just the army before us, but the injustice behind us. One Veer with courage is stronger than 1,000 cowards with weapons. The blood in your veins is no less pure than the blood of kings." The soldiers roared with pride. As the battle drum sounded, he raised his sword and cried, "If we fall today, let it be seeds. Tomorrow, a forest of freedom will rise. Our mothers did not give birth to slaves. They gave birth to lions. Fear no death. Fear only a life wasted in silence." The clash was fierce, the enemy overwhelming. But GulamVeeri reminded them, "When fear whispers in your heart, let courage roar louder. The enemy has numbers, but we have purpose, and purpose wins wars." Every strike of their swords echoed his teaching. "We fight not for me, but for the farmer, the worker, the child yet unborn." And even as warriors fell, he shouted, "Even if my body falls, let my words march on with you." Though many Veers gave their lives, their spirit could not be destroyed. The enemy won the ground but lost the war of ideas. GulamVeeri's sacrifice became a legend. Just like the Spartans inspired courage for centuries, GulamVeeri became the eternal flame of social justice. His story spread across villages and cities, awakening the oppressed. He had said before his last breath, "Veer Sang, today we write history, not with ink, but with courage." Every drop of sweat you shed in training is a drop of blood you save in battle. We fight not to die, but to give life, a life of dignity to the oppressed. One day, children will not ask who ruled the land, but who made us equal. Let that answer be you. And so it was. Message for the young generation. From GulamVeeri's life, the youth learn. Fight for justice, not for power. Knowledge is the sharpest sword. True freedom is when every human stands equal. One courageous voice can awaken millions. Thus, the story of GulamVeeri, the warrior of equality, stands as a bridge between the bravery of the 300 Spartans and the revolutionary vision of Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, teaching the world that the greatest battle is not against enemies outside, but against ignorance and injustice within.